Hello 8th grade, Mrs. Pancoke here. Today we're going to be doing lesson 3 out of chapter 1, Windows Operating System Basics. In this lesson we will open applications, learn the parts of a window application, resize, minimize, maximize, and restore windows, and learn more about pointers. Alright, so your computer gives you several different ways of starting an application depending on the operating system and the version. Applications that you want may appear on the start screen, or it could appear as a tile on, let me show you here. Over here, it could appear in the All Apps area, or it could also appear on your desktop. Alright, from the start screen it says display the charm bar. So you could open this up. You don't necessarily need to because we're just going to type right here. And what we're going to type in is PowerPoint. Okay, as you're typing you'll get a best match up here at the top. And we're going to double click on PowerPoint to open it up. Okay. As you start to key in the word, the program that contains it will pop up as it did. It says click the desktop tile to display the Windows desktop. Basically just make sure you're opening up PowerPoint. Alright, I'm on page 14. It says that the Windows operating system opens each application in a separate frame called a window. So I have different windows open down here. I have my Screencast-O-Matic that I'm recording on. I also have my PowerPoint that I originally had open. And then I also have Schoology open over here. So these are all individual different windows. Okay. Many windows look similar to each other even though they may contain different applications. Figure 1.16, okay, it would look like a picture like this. We'll show you the parts in an application called PowerPoint. Like many applications, it has a ribbon where all of the commands are displayed. So the ribbon is usually this piece at the top that has all of these buttons, or in other words, commands. You'll see that there is a title bar at the top of the window. There's a close button. There is a quick access toolbar at the top of PowerPoint. You'll see this is pointing to the ribbon. We have our work area, which is the screen right here. There's a status bar at the bottom of your window. And over here on the right, there's a zoom slider. And you have a scroll bar. Okay, so on this big window, scroll bar, here's my ribbon. On my ribbon, I have different tabs that will open up more commands or buttons: quick access toolbar, the title bar, the work area, status bar down here at the bottom. Okay, so it says open. Other open windows may have a slightly different appearance. For example, an application used to edit photos has a menu bar and buttons for issuing commands as well as Windows buttons. So if I open up my Screencast-O-Matic, I also have a close button. I have a title bar. I may have other buttons in here, but it's going to look slightly different. Alright. Alright, so when PowerPoint opens over here, I'm on page 16, step number 5. It says when PowerPoint opens, we're going to click blank presentation. So you need to have PowerPoint open. We're going to open up a blank presentation. It then says the click to add title, we're going to click right there to add title, and we're going to type your name. So I'll type my name, you're going to type your own name, and then it says, step number 7, click the minus sign on the zoom slider, and we're going to zoom out. Okay, notice how small it gets. Now we're going to click on the plus sign to zoom back in. Okay. Step number 8 says to close this PowerPoint, but do not save. So we're going to close out, do not save. All right. Okay, next we're going to learn how to resize and move a window. Application windows can be different sizes and placed in different areas on the desktop. If a window does not cover the entire desktop, you can move it or resize it. To move a window, click the title bar and drag the window. Okay, if you want to resize a window by placing the pointer on the top, bottom side, or corner to display a double-sided arrow, then drag. So if we're going to walk you through doing this here in just a little bit. But you can also hide an application window by clicking the minimize button. So the minimize button are these dashes up here in the corner. If I were to click that, it would hide the program. You also have the restore down, which takes this window back to its previous size. If I wanted to make it big again, this button is now called the maximize button. It makes my window big. And then of course we still have the close button over here as well. So minimize hides it, restore down makes the window smaller, maximize makes it bigger. Alright, so this time we are going to open up Excel, and I'm on page 17 in my book, starting with lesson 1 or step 1. It tells me to start Excel. So I'm going to open up the Excel program, and I'm going to click on nothing right now. Okay, just open up Excel. It should look like this. Okay, it says if the program does not cover the entire screen, it says to click the maximize button. Let's say my window's only this big. Here's my maximize button. It'll make my screen the entire width of the computer screen. It then tells us to click the restore down button. And then it says hover the mouse pointer over the lower right corner of the Excel window. Okay, right here. If I wanted to drag this to make it bigger, I could do so by finding my double-sided arrow. That allows me to reshape and resize my window. Okay, then it says tap or click the minimize button to hide the program. It says restore Excel by clicking its icon on the taskbar. So down here at the bottom of our screen we have our taskbar. I want to click on the one that says Excel to reopen it. Hover the mouse pointer over the lower right corner of the window. Use the double-sided arrow to make my window smaller. Okay, so I'm going to make it smaller. Then it says click or drag the Excel title bar to move the window to the upper right corner of the screen. So the title bar is usually just the top of the window. If I were to have this open, it looks a little bit more similar to a title bar. And one thing that I wanted to show you guys is that I can split my screen very easily by clicking on a title bar on any window and dragging and touching the side of my screen. It will populate my window as half the screen here, and I can do the same thing over here. If I wanted to make it full screen, I would tap this in the middle. It makes it full screen. Let's say I only wanted a quarter of my screen to be filled with this. I could move my title bar and tap right in the corner. It makes it a quarter screen, half a screen, or I can do full screen just by tapping with my mouse. You see that little bubble that kind of pops up when I do that. That's how we do that. Okay, step 9 tells me to close out of Excel. So practice this. Try to resize your windows by tapping on the top of your screen. Okay. All right. Step, or let's see, we're on 3D, learning more about pointers. Okay. It says in lesson 2 you learn that pointers sometimes change shapes. The shapes let you know what you can do at a particular place in a document. It says to study table 1.2 to learn about the most common pointer shapes. You will discover a few new ones when you complete the next activity using the Paint application. Okay, so I want you to study Table 1.2 on page 17 and 18 in your book. Look at each of those symbols. All right, and then you guys are going to open up the Paint program. So you'll go to Paint right here. And you are going to draw me a picture using Paint. All right, and then when you are done, you are going to actually, it says close the Paint window and not save in your book. You are actually going to save a picture, and I'm going to have you turn it in on Schoology when you're done. So paint me a picture. Reminder that it needs to be school appropriate. Maybe you paint me a Christmas picture or a Halloween picture or a Valentine's Day picture. Paint a picture, okay, and you can use shapes. There's a drawing tool, so you can draw shapes right here. Use these tools in here to draw me a picture. Use your creativity, take your time. You'll have till the end of the period to make your best picture and then turn it in on Schoology when you're done. Let's make sure that we are saving this. We're going to go to Save As, and we're going to make sure that we save it in our keyboard, our Z drive. So make sure that it says your name somewhere up here, and we'll name it Paint Drawing, and this is what you will turn in when you are done. Okay, obviously, hopefully your drawing will be a lot better than mine is right now, but you can draw whatever you want. Good luck.